Hello everyone, it's MaddDog32, aka JMW Dolphin Fan. We are back playing some more Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy. Without further ado, let's get back into it. Last we left off, we were in the middle of a mission on Bakura. I will just be saying Jedi Academy because this title is too goddamn long. The video will be titled properly, but I'm not fucking saying that anymore. That is... Oh wait, did we just... Oh shit! Oh! Full 360. Yeah, look at that. Alright, well. Let's head back on out this way then. I'm really excited to do this Star Wars Thon though, because like I've always like wanted to do you know, like the way my mind works is I have sets of games like in a series. Like, these games are obviously in the series, right? Excluding these first two we're gonna do. But, like, the idea of, alright, I got all these Star Wars games, I need them on the channel eventually. Same thing applies. So, you know, I have a few games like Dead Rising, for example. I have some plans for those. Probably won't be doing LPs of them. Maybe one day. Let's see the last checkpoint. I think the last checkpoint's like hella far out the way. Yeah, see, we saved before that, I believe. I mean, after that. Yeah. But yeah, you know, like Dead Rising, for example. I have a Dead Rising 2 LP on the channel. Very old, so I pardon, you know, the video quality and all the weirdness of it. But I plan to, you know what, I might do Dead Rising 1, and I even have Dead Rising 4 on the channel, so I probably will do Dead Rising 1 at one point.
3 more.
With my, like, max character for shits and giggles. But, I have other plans for those games, currently. So those are going to be some fun videos to make. A lot of editing to go in them, but hopefully they turn out as good as I wanted them to. You know, things like that. I'm trying to think of any other games like that are a set that I might want to put on the channel. Yeah, I cannot think of any that come to mind. The Darksider games, I have 2 on the channel, and I have all of them. I literally have Genesis 1 and 3, and I actually quite enjoy 3, for the Dark Soulsness. So maybe one day, you know, if I'm like going through the bin, going like, alright, what game we gotta play for the channel? But this basically all started from this year not being able to do any Star Wars stuff because, you know, life, I was busy. But, you know, like I said, I've always wanted to get these games on the channel eventually, and I'm really glad I'm getting to it now. Like I said, granted my schedule is gonna get real busy again, but I think excluding one of the games that we're gonna be doing, that will be probably quite long, and that will be the one that I hope either A, finish on May 4th, or B, going through May, the whole month of May. That one might take a minute, but Jedi Outcast won't take that long. I think there's only like 21 missions. Same thing for this one. I think it's actually around the same length, like in mission-wise, but the difference is I think the missions in those are just actual missions, you know, they're like quite longer. There's puzzles involved and things. But, we're actually gonna pop a quick save, just in case they hit us again. But as I was saying, like, you know, I'm thinking it should be pretty smooth sailing for these Star Wars games. Obviously, as of currently recording, Bad Batch has not ended, but I hope it gets a second season. I really do. I think the only issue I'm having with the Bad Batch is ironically something people complain about of Dave Filoni himself, is that too much filler. Which, Yeah, Clone Wars is a lot of filler. It's kind of the idea, though, to be honest. But Clone Wars is a whole bunch of filler inherently, right? And I just think, just don't die. I think that in Bad Batch there might be just too much filler, if that makes any sense. Like, there are good episodes that are straight filler. There are some straight filler episodes that I love in Bad Batch. Just like I think anything I watch, though, I need some story progression, and there's occasionally some. And I'm not gonna get into spoilers or anything, but I just think there's too much filler. There's a little too much, man. You gotta cut back a little bit. And the funny thing about that too is in The Mandalorian, people started complaining about that too, which is funny because, like I said, it's an old, Clone Wars complaint that there's too much filler. Mandalorian was getting that flack too, going, "There's a little too much filler for me, Chief," which, once again, I 100% understand. There's some really filler episodes of Mandalorian. I don't know if there's any bad filler though. I don't think there's any episode. Oh no, I think there might be a couple, but there's not really any bad filler of The Mandalorian, which is good. And that's why, like I said, I have to give Dave Filoni credit. For the most part, he doesn't make bad filler episodes. In fact, he kind of makes amazing filler episodes. Episodes where it's filler, but it's important to the greater Star Wars lore, so it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of an example that's not a spoiler. Can't think of any come to mind. Oh, this is a not really a spoiler to Rebels, and I think it's even in a more important episode. But let's just spoiler alert for Rebels, I guess, if you haven't seen Rebels at this point, as of 2021. Kanan Jarrus, which is another character who's amazing and kind of shares that spirit of Kyle Katarn, to be honest. He goes and becomes a Jedi Knight, like an official Jedi Knight, like through Force Ghost means. And there's some important stuff that happens that episode, but for the most part, I remember it being a good amount of filler. And I quite enjoyed that episode because Kanan progressed as a character. It was filler for Kanan, but Kanan progressed. Same thing with Sabine. You know, Zeb had a few filler episodes. Yeah, Zeb had quite a few filler episodes. But stuff like that. That's the stuff I like, where like you get some filler, but you still progress the story. Or progressed a character at least. So you go, all right, yeah, not much happened this episode, but so and so was better for it. You know, it's important. Filler is 100% important in things. It is literally like can make or break characters, you know? Because like the thing about it, it's Dark Forces 1, Dark Forces 2, then Dark Forces Jedi Knight, I believe is the name, or it's just yeah, something like that. I forget the names of these. No, it's Jedi Knight. It's Jedi Knight 1, and then Jedi Knight 2 Outcast, then Jedi Knight Academy. In all of those, Kyle's the protagonist for only the other ones, and then there's even some spin-off like DLC. What is it called? Oh, what is it called? It's not Revenge of the Sith. I forget the name of it, but that's where Mara Jade shows up as a character in game, and that's where you learn she trained with Kyle Katarn and stuff. But like that, all those things, that was like 4 or 5 games technically, right? Of learning about Kyle Katarn, who Kyle Katarn is, what he believes in, you know, all that jazz. And if you just had Kyle Katarn show up like in this game, and granted, since we're doing this Let's Play out of order, you know, for y'all watching this who's never seen it, it will be like, who's Kyle Katarn? And you only gotta take my word for who he is, you know? But if you just came into this and be like, I don't like Kyle, I'm like, that's fair, because you have no idea who the hell Kyle Katarn is. So it is quite important to have characters have their little filler arcs, because the more you know the character, if they're good at least, the better they will be. Granted, if you know you get bad characters, But yeah, I will save some of my Bad Batch talk for when we get to a different game in the franchise, because this is all about Jedi. We ain't no stinking clones. And like when you play these games and like Legends lore quite a bit, right? Like you know about Exar Kun, you know about SWOTOR, the Old Republic and stuff, and which by the way, I know people are it's hard for people to get into online MMOs and things, and it's hard to follow them, and it's hard to get into them. And it's even hard for me to go back and watch the people I watch play those games. But it's just a blast, man. Like, if you like Star Wars lore, you watch SWOTOR. Watch someone play SWOTOR, or it's free. It's technically free to play on PC. You could pay a subscription, like 15 bucks a month, to get benefits and stuff. Which, if I had more money, and like a actual computer, I would definitely play SWOTOR like all the time. Alright, but we actually deactivated the bomb, so we're just gonna get the hell out of here. I believe, right? Yeah, get back to your ship. I was like, same objective, just get back. Yeah, but like, for example, like, Malgus. Like, people always talk about Darth Revan, and Darth Revan, and Nihilus, and Scion, and Traya. But like, Malgus is some shit. Malgus is cool. Darth Nihil has, like, he's like buff Darth Revan. Amazing design. Amazing design. I love him. I love him to death. And the Eternal Emperor, the Eternal Throne, like it's so much. It's a lore bomb. It's a lore bomb, man. And I feel that's what I find interesting about the Star Wars franchise as a whole, because like, even though it's all Legends, right? Like, who cares? Like, right? Like, who cares this game isn't canon anymore at the end of the day? As long as you're not talking about, like, does so-and-so beat so-and-so? Well, even then, though, like, even if you went, does Kyle Katarn beat Kylo Ren? You could still talk about it in a legit sense. It's just story-wise, these characters don't exist to some extent. To some extent, because some of these characters are just almost referenced, like, I forget where, but like Revan's confirmed in the lore now, like Revan and
Sorry, I never made it to
Malachor and stuff.
You seem to handle yourself okay, though.
But it is it's Star Wars lore. There's so many sections of it you could just go nuts with.
While Kyle and I attended to the crash shuttle, someone broke into my quarters and sliced into my records. R2 is trying to figure out what they may be looking for.
The funny part is, the last part of that mission took longer than the first half. Because we're like pretty much almost at the end of this video, and that was the entire last half of the mission.
So, how's your training going? I've been sent on a few errands, nothing exciting.
Same here. I guess that's just how the training
only
works.
on exciting
I thought
things.
It was just me. Ever wonder if your master is holding you back? Making sure you don't become too powerful?
Why would you say that?
Well, Kyle doesn't seem to really foster my talents. I've gone on a couple of missions with him, but doesn't let me do any of the really important stuff.
Maybe he's observing you. You know,
because you're a
how
kid,
you accomplish your
Raj.
missions. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'm not so sure. What do you think, Jaden?
Well, Ready to get back out there? Did I interrupt something?
No, not at all. Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
That's a parent's way of going, yeah, I heard you. I'm gonna let it go, though. Yeah, sure. We'll head to Tatooine again. Why not?
This should be a total blue milk run, kid. But it'll give you a chance to pick up some negotiating skills. Let's head to Tatooine.
Alright, now we're going to pick up a first dark side power, Force Lightning. One of my favorite abilities. because it essentially is a shit. Well, not at the start. It is quite mediocre at the start, but it is a range attack outside of the lightsaber throw, which is quite ineffective in this game. Um, that is quite useful.
Jawas.
I believe it even
Never
goes through
around when you
block
need
to
them.
some extent.
Tracks. Maybe they've already come and gone. Go see if you can find their sand crawler. They might have stopped in that canyon. I'll talk to the moisture farmers, see if they know anything about this cult.
All right.
Don't worry. Jawas are pretty friendly.
Alright. Let's equip that just so we can show it off as soon as we can. Oh no, it's the damn Tusken Reedies! Oh, Jesus! The damn beaten sticks. I always forget too, because it's like... It's always weird because I think there are pure Tuskens, that it's a race thing, but I also know it is just crazy humans. I always forget exactly how much it is, and because there's some people in Legends lore that are Tusken Jedi, like straight up, so that's why it's weird. Right now, pretty ineffective. I mean, it does good damage, so there's that. Like, you can hit them a little bit before they get to you. Granted, I think... Nah, Tuskens don't die in one hit, so that is actually helping, like, chip down their health a little bit. You know... Right. Tired of your shit. Back off. Oh, Jesus. But as we upgrade that, that will basically become a short-range shotgun blast of death. Goddamn Tuskens and the beaten sticks. Those things are always really cool to me. So that gun they are using, even though it looks like a laser beam, in canon it's supposed to be a projectile-based weapon. It shoots little balls, and the Tuskens are the only ones who still use those. I'm gonna do, you know, plasma guns like, you know, normal laser pistols. Pew pew pew. Even I believe that, I forget what it's exactly called, but they even refer to it as a lead slinger. Good old heals. I'm having so much fun with this. I really am. I can't believe how much fun. Because, I mean, it's just this game, to be honest. That's fucking amazing. But, like, this game is so fun. This looks exactly like the, little like dune that Anakin raced in the first first prequel in the Phantom Menace. Oh shit. Another, you're gonna use it more later on when you're fighting like Jedi and stuff. But you know, well, Sith, you know what I mean. Force speed is an amazing ability, especially the more you get through the story, it gets really cracked. I feel kind of bad for killing them. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, this is oh god. This game, I believe, is one of the very few appearances of Jaden Corp, is because since you can pick the way your character looks, they had to give him a canonical look, and he essentially looks like this dude, but a little bit different. He appears in like 1 or 2 books, and I think he appears in what is the, not the Ponkrill War, what is it called? You know, the war that takes place in the later parts of the Legends stuff. I forget what it's called. It's the big war though that everyone takes place in. Ben Solo, Luke, not Ben Solo, Ben Skywalker, and you know, Luke, Mara Jade, all of them. I have to look up on the not the Kree. Is it? No, it's not the Kree. What is the name of the people they fight? I'm completely spacing on the name of them, but that whole section of Legends is really cool. A lot of stuff happens there. Because you gotta remember in Legends too, unlike like Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren.
No, you're not an R5 unit.
Aw. Unlike Kylo Ren, you know, Luke had a son. I believe his name was what's it called?
Can't go that way.
It was I believe his name was yeah, Ben Skywalker. It was Ben Skywalker. Then Luke and Ben Skywalker is Luke's son, and then Leia and Han had 3 kids. They had Anakin Skywalker the second. They had Jason and Jaisa Solo. Which a lot of cool stuff happens with them, like him falling to the dark side in a way and stuff due to the war, because he was tortured to death. And there's a reoccurring character, I'm forgetting their name. They have the lightsaber whip, and they show up, and they were kind of used to switch Jason Solo to the dark side, which is kind of crazy. If my memory serves me correct, like I said, I haven't caught up back on my Legend shit. I should for this though, and I think I am going to, just because you know it's super fun, man. It's super fun. Legends lore is wild out there. Like, for example, like Plo Koon learning his own version of Force Lightning called Force Judgment, and he has an orange fucking lightsaber. It's amazing. It's amazing. But like, I'll give him this though, with the new lore and stuff. I do like some of the explanations for some of the crystals in the universe, because obviously before this they all had meanings and things. Like yellow was usually synthetic, and I forget what orange's meaning was. You know, green was like, you know, more in tune with the Force. You know, blues were your typical like bruiser types. They weren't particularly attuned, but they could, you know, do a good amount. Yeah, so yellow synthetic, red is either asynthetic or naturally evil crystal. They were both. Whites were really where purple meant you were slightly in tune with the dark side a little bit. Things like that. They all had meanings and stuff, right? But in the new lore, everyone just basically either bleeds the crystal to turn it red, or just naturally grows a certain type of crystal. Which, once again, it's some of the things still like kind of apply. For example, it is known that the way that Mace Windu fought and his fighting style was, he did tap in the dark side a little bit, which makes sense, like lore-wise. And that's why his lightsaber is purple, because even with the new lore of like, you know, if you're just around your crystal long enough, it generates the color that you would always have. With that being part of the lore and everything. Oh, jeez. Okay, perfect. So we're going to cut it here, but when we come back next one, we'll continue on with the Let's Play and talk about lightsaber colors. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.